Does dating get harder as you get older? Yes. I wouldn't say it gets harder, but it is definitely such less magical lol. It's not always necessary, but it does in most cases. However, a successful career that fills your wallet or being fit does make it easier than at a younger age. I personally think the opposite. They're less superficial, more mature. They don't play games and love honesty. So far, all my dates with older women go pretty well. We do talk a bit ahead of time, so I know we vibe, and it's just easy. All the younger girls matching with me just want some quick sex with an older man or a sugar daddy. They're also very immature and unreliable. A lot of them expect me to use some shitty app to contact them, but usually I get them to just be normal and text like everybody else. I feel like their dad all the time. I found that dating more mature men is hard. Most are not looking for commitment, as a lot are divorcee and enjoying some late bachelorhood and not looking for committed relationships. I think so, but I think everything just gets harder as you get older. Life is strange. Yes, I've pretty much given up now. Too much emotional baggage and problems, supposed to have lived in a cave in between relationships and not have any issues. It gets harder and easier. One easy part is nobody wants to meet my parents anymore. Another is I know exactly what I'm looking for, and I know exactly who I am. And I understand that untethered honesty is the only way to truly get to know anyone, and as a result, I find myself wasting much less time. It's harder because the possibility of meeting another single, compatible human being narrows with not only the refinement of one's own preferences, but also the lack of single people as a result of marriage, death, etc. Also, the dating market gets a little more complicated when you're older because as we age, we all collect scars and baggage. I'm not even sure if this is a negative or a positive thing, but it's definitely a thing. I thought dating in my 40s after divorce would be easier than my 20s. I was dead wrong. I'm a 41F with 2 kids. Maybe dating for men my age is easier because I feel like women my age know what they want, are amazing in bed, like prime of my sex life and all. But men still play the same damn games they did in their 20s. It does because of one reason. People not learning from their past experiences. I'm 21 and most guys my age just don't want relationships. I'm 32 and dating has been amazing for me. I was in a 8-year LTR until like 3 years ago. My dating life before that was nothing compared to now. I had a lot of fun this last year. I just started dating this amazing girl I met on FB dating, so I got nothing but good things to say about the dating scene. But I know this isn't the case for everyone. Yes, I couldn't date at all when I was younger. My first date was at 33, so depending on how you look at it, it's infinitely easier as you get older, using my own experience as the only reference. But that's purely because I stopped caring about the results of attempts to date, which is something that could happen at any age, in theory. It took me a lot longer than the average person to get there, is all. I don't think it gets harder. I think it gets easier because people know what they want and don't waste your time as much. Plus, people are more financially independent, so there's less stress. I recently turned 30, and a guy I recently went on a date with was in a 5-year-long marriage and was divorced by 33. Thankfully I sleuthed, but he actively tried to hide that info. My naivety led me to be easily trustful when I was younger, but now I'm extremely careful of who I spend my time with and who I trust with my heart. People have so much baggage past their 30s, I might just wait until I'm mid to late 30s and try to find a child-free guy in his late 20s or early 30s. Depends. If you're guy and at least average in looks and height, have your shit mostly together and come across as fairly normal, there's tons and tons of women looking for those guys, since all the other good ones are taken. My personal experience as a super average mid-30s guy in a major city. No issues getting dates. Relationships are another thing. Yes, even though I'm only 19, almost 20, just seeing the difference from being in a school environment vs work environment is major. Yes, it gets a but tricker, alright. You've more responsibility now and life, etc. Plus age comes into play. I see men in their 40s want women in their 20s, and guys in their mid to late 20s have messaged me I'm 35. I don't need another son. It's very hard met someone genuine.